Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. A couple of pretty major updates for the DC Extended Universe. If you're interested in Aquaman, that is coming out at the end of this year. Yes, it's coming out December 21st of 2018. That is the last known release date for the United States. But apparently in the UK, they are moving up that date to a week earlier in December 14th. Yes, they're moving it up. Now, this is not a sign of studio meddling and trying to rush it. I think this is actually a good idea. It's even better idea if it's released earlier in the United States as well. And the reason for that is basically being that there is a lot of movies coming out on December 21st. Okay, if you look at the calendar, you can go on, just look it up. Or I go on Box Office Mojo, release date, December 21st, 2018. What's going on there? Yes, you have Aquaman. You got Bumblebee, all right? You got Bumblebee. Then you got Battle Angel Alita. You know that, who was making that? James Cameron or Steven Spielberg? I forget, one of those. And Holmes and Watson, which is like a venture comedy. But for the most part, Battle Angel Alita, Aquaman, Bumblebee, there are the same type of movie that is totally going to split up the theatrical crowd, and it's packed. It's too much. It's too packed, and they're all different studios. They got Fox, Warner Brothers, and Paramount, and Holmes and Watson is Sony. So who's gonna move first? One of them is bound to move, and I'm glad that it seems like Aquaman may be moving. This is not for U.S., by the way, only the United Kingdom to December 14th. December 14th is kind of iffy too. It's got a movie called Mortal Engines, and I believe that's the Peter Jackson film. Then it has Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a Sony 3D animation of that Marvel property. That's also coming out. So it is pretty packed wherever you go. If they extend it to the weekend after, it's Mary Poppins Returns. Yeah, it's a musical, but there's an untitled Warner Brothers event film #2. So they could put it there. It seems like they're reserving that for something else. But I'd say either the 14th or the 26th. And if they could move it up a little bit more, I don't think they won't. I mean, oh my God! Before that, it's even worse. In November, it's like Creed to Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph to Robin Hood, second act, Untitled Robert Zemeckis. I don't know. And then the week before that is Fantastic Beasts. They don't want to eat into that. So there is really, really nowhere to go in terms of release dates for Aquaman. And hopefully it gets enough traction, it gets enough of that repeated viewing, and it's really good that people will keep going back to theaters, and the situation where it's opened up with so many other movies aside it wouldn't be so much of a problem. I do feel better if it opens up December 14th rather than December 21st. I think having Bumblebee, Alita, Battle Angel, Holmes and Watson, that sounds like a funny Will Ferrell movie. It's it's Talladega Nights, and what was the other one with the brothers, right? The two brothers. So it's that pairing again, but now for Sherlock Holmes and Watson. I'm actually pretty interested in watching that. I think it's going to be pretty funny. So I hope it moves. I hope it actually does move, and it's moving up. So that's 1 week more, 1 week. To 1 week earlier than we can actually get to see it, so that's kind of cool. But in terms of making box office money and revenue, it's just business. It makes business sense to get out of some areas that are going to have the same action adventure type movie. The same genre, same theater crowd. They're going to go into to watch maybe one movie per weekend. So I'd say move it. Aquaman, move to the 14th, or even After that, maybe into December 26th, I'm okay waiting 1 week. There's of course, that is Christmas week, so I don't know if many people are going to go into watch the theaters. I do. I can go watch the theaters during Christmas week. It's no big deal. So let's see what happens with that. But I'm really glad that they're actually finally looking at the dates. I always been looking at that forever. I'm like, come on, someone's got to move. Alita's either got to be delayed, Bumblebee's got to be delayed or moved up. Someone's got to move out of that December 21st, and it looks like Aquaman may be the first to make that move. In good news for Aquaman is that Jason Momoa has confirmed he's near finished with additional photography for Aquaman. This picture was posted on Aquaman Shrine. Of course, on Pride of Gypsies Instagram, he showed a shot of Frontier 3. Frontier Season 3, I think that's the whole Netflix show. I've not watched that, that he's doing. So that is good sign that it's additional photography, not reshoots, is coming to an end. They're putting some, like some said, is for marketing and stuff. So that's a great sign. Notice how not many people are talking ill about a reshoot for DC Extended Universe. I mean, this movie has been pretty hush hush off the straight off the QT. It's so contained in a way. It's actually going well. That to me, it means going well. It's just like Wonder Woman. We haven't really heard too much of production and things like that. It was they had, even if they had some additional photography or something, that it didn't make a big splash. The media didn't go crazy on it, and I think it's all because this is James Wan. They don't have a target eye for James Wan. They never had a target eye for Patty Jenkins. So it's unfortunate they had a target on Zack Snyder and they had a target on David Ayer. But this is, I guess, just how the media bloggers are and who they're attacking and who they want to target. So yeah, it is great news that for the most part, Aquaman production is pretty quiet, and not many bloggers are talking about it, which could be actually a good sign that the movie is doing well. There is no studio meddling, and it will be exactly what James Wan had envisioned, and it will be a good movie for the most part. So that is that with Aquaman. Hopefully you're looking forward to it. I am pretty much looking forward to it. It is the only DC Extended Universe movie coming out this year, so let's make it count. And that's not the only DC Extended Universe news that dropped today. In addition to the Batgirl that is still moving forward, apparently The Rock has confirmed that Black Adam is still moving forward. Okay, so it's been a while since we've heard anything about The Rock's Black Adam, but this is coming from Yahoo, who caught up with him recently when he was promoting his new movie, Rampage. And this is the update. The update is that he says this: the script for Black Adam came in. It's great. We're working on it. If things come together in the way we anticipate them coming together, that feels like a 2019 movie in production. So he's saying that it's going to be, if everything is going well, everything's moving quickly, then they could probably get into production by next year, the year that Shazam comes out. So there's a lot to think about this, and I'm very excited about that, because this is kind of like the timeline they're going to have now, and this is the what do you call it? The slate per se. This is their slate. They want to see if it works. If Aquaman works, great. If Shazam works, great. And for Wonder Woman 2, I'm thinking that they're not going to even wait for Wonder Woman 2 to come out. There says Aquaman, Shazam. Okay, Shazam, it works well. People are connecting with Captain Marvel of the DC Extended Universe, and Zachary Levi is working great. People want to see more Shazam. All right, let's move ahead with Black Adam. And in a way, yeah, that's kind of reactionary in the sense, but I'm thinking they're gonna move ahead. Go ahead with the core characters like Superman, the Batman, and things like that. But for like I want to say like a secondary character, but like Shazam, who not many mainstream people know who Shazam is, but if he works out, then they can go ahead and build his universe. And so if Shazam works out, The Rock is still on, everything's working right, greenlit in 2019. They're going to start production right away to get that either Shazam 2 with Black Adam involved in it. Whether Black Adam's already involved in Suicide Squad 2 is still up to speculation. A lot of these media insider sources believe it is so. He is like some kind of weapon they're trying to steal or something, or protect. So if that's the case, then they're really trying to promote. They want The Rock. Dwayne Johnson makes box office numbers for the most part. He is quite popular. He is a good marketing guy for the DC Extended Universe. So they really want him to get on board. Although Black Adam, because it's Dwayne Johnson, they're not going to make him totally villainy. I think it's going to be more of like anti-hero in a sense. So that's very interesting in that part. And a lot of my comic book friends kind of don't like how they're doing that, but I think it speaks well that Dwayne Johnson will probably kind of try to come across as more of an anti-hero than a straight up villain. It makes you want to feel a little bit sorry for him in terms of sense where he doesn't get to become Shazam, but he does have those powers. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm very excited that they're into it, and it looks like Dwayne Johnson is super excited about it. He's still really positive about the DC Extended Universe, which is the kind of positivity that DC Extended Universe really needs. He said this, by the way. He said, "Marvel is doing such an incredible job of universe building and building out, and DC is doing a great job finding the footing and tone of their movies. Certainly with like Wonder Woman, for example. I look forward to James Wan's movie that's coming out with Aquaman. So Black Adam is this phenomenal opportunity for us to nail the tone, make sure that he's badass, make sure that we're serving the mythology properly, but then also make sure that he can have intrinsic DNA tied to a lot of other properties in DC. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I think we're going to nail it." So it's very optimistic. He's always been an optimism, a very humble guy. That's the kind of energy we need in DC Extended Universe, especially to keep these negative bloggers away from writing negative articles about it. We need someone like a Dwayne Johnson to shepherd in terms of social marketing, if you will. And I think his positivity will work wonders. I think he's really positive about the outline that is having an out right now. And it seems very magical, don't you think? It's turning more into the magic sense. We got Aquaman, which has probably going to have some magic thing in there. You got Shazam, full-blown magic. Wonder Woman 2, there's said to be some type of magic, like sorcery involved in that. And now we got Black Adam's also magic. So I like how he said there where Black Adam's going to be intrinsic DNA tied to a lot of other properties. I mean, that could just right there say Shazam. He's talking about Shazam. He's talking about the other characters probably showing up. He's talking maybe having a beef with a Superman, as we've already seen him sit down together with Henry Cavill, even though, yeah, they both share the same manager. But that's something that they're looking at each other, and he's already said that he can kick Superman's ass. So it's going to happen, and I think that it's great that he's still on board. It's great that all these people are still on board. They're still the DC Extended Universe is still going on. It's still moving forward. They're not resetting. They're not rebooting as of right now, as we've got many properties out the wall. So hopefully Aquaman works out, and Shazam works out, and Wonder Woman 2 works out. I have no reason to believe it won't. So here's to the best. Here's to the best of the DC Extended Universe. I hope you guys are still excited for the properties that are coming up. Yes, I still do want that Zack Snyder cut. I feel the need for an emotional and a heartful need to have it complete that trilogy, at least his vision, and then just we can finally move on to the rest of the next DC Extended Universe. So we'll see what happens with that, and hopefully we'll hear more But I'm telling you, man, this San Diego Comic-Con that's coming in July, it's gonna be bonkers. It's gonna be they're gonna be dropping some stuff in that. It's in July, and they're gonna be dropping some bombs on there. I guarantee you, it's gonna be one of the most one of the most in a recent memory. Maybe even the biggest, judging after what everything happened through. And now we've got new Walter Hamada and all these different execs in there. Yes, Kem Sujihara is still there, but you know, it may be turning around. Maybe turning around for the worst, and maybe they're actually, like they say, finding their footing and tone. I wish it was a Zack Snyder universe, but I understand a lot of people. You know, there's a divide in there. I'm on the side of Zack Snyder, but I understand there are people out there who don't like him and don't like his work. And so it's here, I guess, where the mainstream audience and general audience will want to see a happy medium between the two. But I hope, you know, this is going off subject, but I hope in the future they're not afraid to go into territories that Zack Snyder wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, I hope, like, if this universe ever ends with Kingdom Come, I want someone like Zack Snyder to take that on, who is not afraid to take chances, not afraid to tell the story and how to tell that story, not afraid to hold back, not, you know, smart enough not to throw in too many jokes that ruin the situation, ruin the actual feeling of that part of the plot, by turning around your feeling and, you know, with a joke, you know what I mean. So I hope there's someone like that in the future, if it's not Zack Snyder, that they'll continue to make progress in reinventing themselves and not just going along the side trying to chase Marvel's tail. Marvel's got their footing, their tone, and that is some drama, lots of jokes, more action-y, very quick, episodic in nature. They've got that's how they're going to make their movies. That's fine, and it's working for them. I hope DC doesn't just try to copy that and actually find what they think they can do best with their own DC Extended Universe. All right. Well, anyway, what do you guys think about Aquaman moving up a date? Do you like that, or do you think they should stay their ground and have other movies move? And also, The Rock as Black Adam. Are you excited? Are you still excited for Black Adam, or do you think that's something they should put on the back burner, concentrate on the core members? Let me know down in your comments below if you're excited with any of these properties, and are you still hopeful for the DC Extended Universe? All right, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.